7%. Because of the use of social media, teens are likely highly influenced by the content on their feeds. And then as a follow-up question, you can answer in the chat or speak out again. What social media do you use and what do you use it for?
And you can speak out if you don't want to type it in chat.
Okay, go ahead. What do you use?
I mostly use basically Zoom.
Oh my God.
Or like different. Well, I used to use Zoom a lot because I used to have like meetings with my group from this place called SVS. So we would use Zoom every single weekday. But basically, after a while, I stopped using it because I've got a new job now. I'm working at a place called
Old Navy?
I'm working at a place called Old Navy, which I worked there for a couple of months
Keep it short.
an intern, but it's just ended. So basically, I'm just looking for like another job.
What other social media do you use? Your phone all day long?
YouTube. That's basically about it.
Yeah, YouTube, a lot of people use YouTube. It's really influential as well. And then the next slide. So this also influences of social media. So as you were saying, before you got your job, you used social media a lot of the time, which kind of goes with time consumption as a con. But if we start out with pros, some pros can be that you can advertise. If you work at a job and you want more people to know about what you do, and then you can be aware either from the people advertising for their companies or also in some news networks. And then a big one is staying connected with family and also friends. And then in some ways, social media can also very much boost your confidence. And now if we go into cons, as I said, time consuming, but then also there are some bad influences on social media, which we'll touch into a little bit on the next slide. And then also if you're a teenager or younger, it's hard or you're unable to filter from adult content. And then one big one for teens is cyberbullying, which definitely decreases your confidence and can make you feel like you're less. And yeah. Okay, so your reputation. Online activity. So your online activity can be seen by future employers and administrators, and they will check your social medias if they can find you. And unless you have a private account, that is. But even so, it can be seen. And if you're involved in the wrong group and post a picture depicting the event where you're doing, like committing a crime or participating in something you shouldn't be, that will be seen as your reputation from thereforth. And then even if you delete that post, someone might have reposted it, so it still exists on the internet. And then social media also has really huge influences on youth. One of those can be seen as the new TikTok challenge, the devious lick trend. And some of you probably have heard of that, some of you might have not. Here's a video showing what it is.
This morning, and a new TikTok trend is inspiring students to steal items from school and even vandalize.
Can you guys hear that? Okay.
Bathrooms. It's called the Devious Lick Challenge, and this morning several local school districts are warning everyone to put an end to it. ABC 10's Giacomo Luca explains this viral trend.
From soap dispensers and toilet paper to entire urinals.
About to hit that devious lick at my school.
The Devious Lick Challenge is the latest in a long list of disturbing TikTok trends. This one has students vandalizing and stealing from their schools and catching the attention of principals everywhere.
Okay, yeah, so that's basically what the devious lick trend is. I know at my school, some people were vandalizing the bathrooms and were trying to steal soap dispensers, but in other schools, as you could see, things were taken to more extremes.
This morning, in a new TikTok trend is
Okay, oh wait, sorry. If we go back there, I have a quick question for you guys. So have you guys heard of the devious lick trend or other trends like it that might have been on TikTok or other social media platforms? You can speak out or put it in the chat again. Okay, then we'll just move on. Sorry. Okay. How to be safe on social media. So some quick rules are to follow people you know more than celebrities. And that goes with the second one, which is it will help you balance what's real in comparison to what isn't. And then it's also important to find people to connect with, as in classmates or others like that who you can actually do work with or move forward in some way with. And then also it's important to think about what you post because it can affect and will affect your future. And then you also don't always follow and participate in all trends. Some trends might be okay, but other trends can be dangerous and harmful to yourself and others around you. And the last one is it's important to say no. And this is kind of broad, but in all ways, it's important to know that it's okay for you to not want to do something and others can't always force you to do it. Okay. And I will hand it over to Susie.
Yeah, so now we're going to be moving on to alcohol endorsements from celebrities. So we can see alcohol endorsements from celebrities like David Beckham, Kendall Jenner, and Ryan Reynolds. And these people, they may increase risk of alcohol abuse among teenagers. So research has shown that celebrities, they post a lot of alcohol-related posts on social media, and these posts have been shown to increase drinking behavior. So for example, social influencers, and does anyone know what a social influencer is? You can type in chat or unmute. Okay, so a social influencers are individuals who have the potential to influence large audiences on social media. And so they have a strong influence on young people. So when stars post images of themselves drinking or, smoking on social media, they kind of normalize substance abuse. They make it appear attractive and cool. And we know that like teens, they often idolize celebrities and want to be exactly like them. So, if they see images on Instagram of a favorite singer or actor using drugs or drinking, they might be tempted to do so as well. And a cool fact is that to know is that social influencers, they're more approachable for young people. So they kind of create stronger feelings of intimacy, which in turn increases risk of alcohol abuse among teens when they see them posting themselves drinking. Next slide. So an example of a celebrity kind of abusing their platform is DJ KYLIE. And he promotes alcohol to minors on Instagram and Snapchat. And there's an investigation that's revealed that over 300 of KYLIE's posts promote alcohol brands. And he's basically kind of violating federal laws on this content because, he didn't disclose when these posts were paid advertisements. And his promotions with like drinking, they're problematic because many of Khaled's followers are minors. And you know what's kind of weird is that the fact that Khaled is a national spokesman for the educational nonprofit Get School, and Get School, it's an organization that helps young people in high school and college, and he's a spokesman for this organization. So it kind of makes his like alcohol posts even stranger. So what do you guys think about, has your perspective changed on DJ Khaled after learning about this? You can put a thumbs up or type in chat.
Something?
Yeah, I have seen a couple of his, I think he's been like a couple of music videos I've seen, but I didn't know anything about like that he did stuff like that.
Yeah.
So kids gotta be aware that now if they're ever watching this like kind of stuff with this guy named DJ Cal, start looking up like what he's about, you know. Because I think if you're gonna be watching a music video about your favorite rapper, at least look into them, look on their background and see what they're about before you start being like, you know, oh, I like this guy, when you don't actually know nothing about him.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like you have to do some like research on these celebrities, because like I didn't even know that DJ Khaled was like promoting alcohol on his Instagram. So yeah, that's interesting. Okay, next slide.
Oh, I wanted to say something too, because I
Oh.
think we have to realize it's all about money. I'm sure he gets money to promote those certain things. So it's not really about caring about who he's affecting. It's about making money. It's a business.
I mean,
Okay, so next slide. Okay, now we're going to be moving on to posting drinking games on stories. So we know that celebrations in the US, they often feature alcohol, like at sports events, concerts, parties, sometimes school dances and proms where, you know, teenagers sometimes like sneak it in. And it's quite common to see young adults and teenagers with alcoholic beverages in hand. And we know that today teens love to post every second of their lives on social media, and that's where, you know, their friends can see it, you know, their families can see it. And at these parties, teen drinking games, they're really common, and there are several reasons that games like beer pong, Never Have I Ever, 21, they're risky for teenagers. But the main problem is that they encourage excessive and frequent overindulgence in alcohol. And I kind of want to dive deeper into the effects of binge drinking at these parties that are posted on social media. So the number one danger of binge drinking is alcohol poisoning. And alcohol, it can impair heart rate, body temperature, cause vomiting, seizures, irregular heart rate, and like you don't want any of that to happen to you. And all these symptoms, they can cause a teen to pass out, become unconscious, fall into a coma, and even die. Second is car accidents. Driving drunk or riding with a drunk person, it's very dangerous and most of the times can be fatal. We also have teens who drink, they're more likely to get involved in risky situations. They can also result in uncomfortable, embarrassing situations because alcohol, it removes inhibitions or like self-consciousness. So teens, they act and speak in ways that they would have never under normal circumstances. And a great example of this is the game Never Have I Ever. And this game encourages teens to confess to personal things that they've never done, like cheating on a test, shoplifting. And such a game, it can cause shame and embarrassment for all teens. You know, in that hazy fog of drink, teens, they can confess things that they've never wanted to share with others. And like the next morning when they wake up sober, they'll likely regret their answers the next morning in the light of day. And so this game, it can bring intense shame and embarrassment to the person singled out. So have you guys seen like your friends maybe post them at a party playing beer pong? Because I've sometimes seen people like posting those kind of games. And you can unmute or type in chat.
Yeah, I've seen a family member do it before. I wanted to add that.
Yeah.
I've also seen people play games, like drinking games like Flip Cup.
Yeah, it does look fun, but you know, if you educate yourself on the consequences, like you wouldn't want that to happen to you.
And then I've also actually seen that on a late night show. I'm not sure which one, but I was scrolling through YouTube videos, and then one popped up, and it was pretty interesting because it was with a celebrity who was the guest, and they were playing beer pong.
Yeah, and that's another example of like a celebrity kind of influencing teens. Okay, I think we can move on. Okay, so there's nothing more fun than getting drunk and doing makeup, just ask Kendall and Kylie Jenner. And so we're gonna watch a video. And in this video, Kylie and Kendall, they drink a lot of tequila shots, and we can clearly see the effects it has on the two. So Sophia, can you, play the video? We can't hear it.
Okay, here, I'll start it over. Also, do you want me to play the whole thing or just part of it?
Let's do the whole thing. Also, can you click on the square on the right corner so it's bigger?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The last and only one we did was with Chloe, and it was hilarious. And I rewatched it because I see so many requests to do a video like this again. But today we are waiting for my sister Kendall. We are gonna use my new favorite tequila, 818. So stay tuned. Come on, Kendall, hurry up. Hi, Kenny. Are you ready? I'm so ready. I chose Reposado. Yes, my favorite. Call someone else to drive us home. Anyone could drive you guys home. We don't have shot glasses. Should I waterfall it? Yeah. It's only tradition to do the first shot in the garage. So go ahead. Ooh, that's graceful. Come on. Down the hatch. Let's go. Ooh. Oh my God. See with this, I don't really need a chaser. Okay. It's just the first one. The first one's always the hardest. You know what I mean? Are we really doing this? Are we really doing this? I'm so excited. Okay. Ooh. I'm good at this. They haven't met Kevin. No, isn't he so cute? Oh. Okay, I think we should take 2 shots for good luck before we go in there. Okay, cheers. Thank you for coming. We're gonna do a shot of Blanco and a shot of Anejo. You smell like poop, TD Todd. He does smell like poop. Ew, my hand smells like dog. Me too. He peed on me a little bit. Penis hair? Penis hair? His penis? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we are here. Thank you, Kendall, for joining me. Thank you for creating 818. I really appreciate it. So I thought of the idea, since we already have our day makeup on, I wanted to do a little, I mean, you have barely anything, so that's cute.
My day makeup isn't anything.
I know, because you're gorgeous.
Honestly,
you're just gorgeous. From
most days I don't wear makeup.
You're just super gorgeous. So this is our day look, and I thought of the idea to do a little day to night look. Rather than taking it off and doing our whole situation.
Yes.
Since we both have light glam, let's do what our day to night look would be.
I'm so nervous. I actually have a story to tell a little bit.
One more shot. I think we should start the video with 5 shots.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you have to say?
Okay, wait. So let's just pause this for a second and talk about what they're doing in this video. So far, they haven't even really started the point of the video that they're making, and they're already playing a drinking game which is aside from the one that they're doing in the main point of the video. And that is very unnormal, and it's definitely one of the celebrity influences Susie was talking about before.
Well, I was gonna tell like a cute sentimental story, actually.
Go ahead, tell that sentimental
I
story.
don't remember if we've like
Let's
told,
cheers to it.
I don't remember if we've told the story before. When I would do my makeup for school, I had really bad acne when I was in high school or middle school. I remember the summer before 9th grade is when all my acne went crazy, and I was like, I'm going into high school, and this one guy's really hot, and I'm gonna ruin all my chances. I didn't. We ended up dating. It was the confidence that came from within that really probably turned him on to me. So anyways, the point of the story is I would have so much acne, and I would, you know, try and do my makeup. I knew nothing about makeup at the time. I didn't know how to do my makeup. I'm in 9th grade. Yeah. And I remember every morning we would show up to school, Dad would drop us off, and we'd be walking up the stairs, and I'd look at you and I'd be like, can you see my acne?
I know.
Clearly you could see my acne.
Kinda
It's
like
bumps on your face. I know. But like every day you would say, no, you look beautiful. And I would be like, okay. And I knew you were lying, but I appreciated you.
Okay, now I'm gonna cry.
No, I love you.
Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit.
She's fully crying. Tears down her. What? I feel like I could try and do a wing. I just know that I'm just really courageous right now because I have my liquid courage inside of me.
Is this a birthmark? Yeah, I've had it
I
my
knew
whole
that.
life. I knew
I
that.
have the same freckles
Where's
as Dad.
Kendall, you don't think I'm your sister and have the same freckles as you?
We're gorgeous.
We are gorgeous. What color are you using?
I don't really know.
Okay, so how we fix this problem, Kendall? What is this?
Guide me through.
Oh no, maple's a good color, but let's do some gypsum.
Just a mix. Here you go.
Mix a little.
I know, but Katie, I want to do your makeup. Can I do your makeup for the next video?
Yeah. Always do this, okay?
Do I do it with a brush?
No, you do it with a peanut butter. Yes. I'm ahead of you, so I'm gonna let you get to my situation while I pour us some more shots. Kendall, we're going in and out after this. We're at McDonald's right down the street.
No, but I haven't had In-N-Out in like a year. We should definitely go to In-N-Out.
McDonald's is right down. Do your look now. Just let me do your look. Sit down in a chair and let me do your.
Where'd this come from?
There's a little window over here. Just let me finish your look and then we'll be good. Okay?
Okay.
Purple on purple. You know?
So it's in your teeth.
What?
It's in your teeth.
What's in my teeth?
You know what else I think would be really cute?
Okay, so by watching this video, so a little summary of this is, so there's two sisters, they take a trip down memory lane while drinking. And while drinking, Kendall, she discloses to her sister about feeling insecure in high school, thanks to her acne struggles, and how she would ask KYLIE every day if her blemishes were noticeable. And they continue to boost their confidence with tequila shots, and the sisters, they get so intoxicated by the end. After taking more than 8 shots each, they effectively finish an entire bottle between the two of them. And, it went to the extent of Kendall punching a hole in the pink backdrop, and KYLIE joined her in destroying the set. So this kind of shows the effects that, binge drinking a lot of alcohol has on you. So what are your guys' thoughts?
Real quick, I'd like to add, there was one part in the video where Kendall mentioned how she called her liquid courage as the tequila shot. That gives a wrong message as well, as in she didn't have courage before she drank. And yeah, so continue. If you want to answer the question, you can speak out or type it in the chat.
So Vienna in the chat said they are using their platform to influence drinking to get confidence. There are so many other ways like you can boost your confidence, but drinking, it's not the way to go.
Yeah, I completely agree with that statement as well, that that's what they're doing with it. And they're also trying to make it into a funny video probably to get a lot more viewers. And as she actually stated in the beginning of the video, a lot of their fans wanted to see this again because they probably thought it was really hilarious. So seeing this again isn't good for those followers too. And as she said, as Susie said before, a lot of their followers are also younger.
I also noticed that there was an increased amount of emotional vulnerability. I know that one of you mentioned that too, but I thought that that was a very, like, when people are under the influence, they're more vulnerable to specific situations and people taking advantage of them.
And we can also see that, so Kendall Jenner, she has her own tequila brand. 818, it's called 818 Tequila, and they're kind of promoting that tequila too. And also, Deanna in the chat said that it's a false sense of confidence. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I agree as well. Are we ready for the next slide?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do the raffle prize, and it was based on the amount of people that were in the chat. So I'll do it right now. And I would just like to say, I'm so proud of you girls. You guys did so good. So our prize winner is Deanna. You get a $25 Domino's gift card. Congratulations.
Woohoo!
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And then
good job to Vienna too, because she was kind of active in the chat.
Yeah. And then Deanna, if you'd like to give your information to Alexis, I'm pretty sure she can help with getting you your gift card. And then you can do a private chat message. And then Alexis, do you know how much time we have left?
We have until 12:15.
Okay, so 5 minutes.
Yes.
If anyone wants to share what they thought was the most interesting thing of the presentation, you can speak out loud or share in the chat.
Also, we could send the resource in the group chat too.
Oh yeah, there is a website if you want to learn more called commonsensemedia.org. We can put the link in the chat for you guys.
Excuse me, can we get the information for the presenters of today that maybe we could have them present on another platform? Is there any information that we could get, or are you allowed to do that, Alexis?
Yes, I would just have to talk to Melissa about that,
Okay.
but I have your email, so I will follow up with you about that.
Okay, I work at Cerritos College, and we talk to a lot of foster youth, and I would love to have these presenters come and present to our foster youth. And I'll put my information for Cerritos.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to stop the recording right now.
So important. Oh, this is so important to get out because a lot of youth don't have these real conversations about it. And the way that it's presented today, I'm even rethinking how my behavior influences others. And so I think this presentation's amazing, and it needs to be out so that other youth can discuss it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Your insight has been very amazing, Deanna. We are so glad that you attended our breakout session. So just to wrap up real quick, I think as we talked over, what we are talking about in this breakout session is very important to know. And some of the main takeaways is that you really should know or think about on social media what's real and what's fake out there. And also be careful about what you post, because you can contribute to that as well, which you really don't want to do. And even if you aren't, even if you aren't a celebrity, you still have followers who look at your posts and maybe do idolize you. So always keep that in mind when posting and just when on social media behavior, basically.
Well said, Sophia.
Thank you.
So at this moment, you could return back to the main session.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.